Question 6. How did you integrate technologies, software, hardware, and online in this project? Well, first things first, one of the most crucial pieces of technology that we used was social media, because we used social media heavily to communicate with each other, whether it was within close proximity or over long distances. So we used an app called Line, which is a bit like Messenger, and what this allowed us to do was we could send pictures, we could send footage, images, links, anything that the crew needed as a crew to, maybe enhance their Wix blog, or put it in the film, or maybe edit, or maybe use as reference, perhaps. And I think that this was one of the most important technological tools that we used during the entire filmmaking process, because without Line, we would have been extremely disorganized. We were able to plan schedules through Line, communicate through Line, and I just think overall it was a very, very helpful tool. For the editing, we used, because we have two editors, we used two completely different programs, because Pete, our other editor, edits on an iPad and I edited on my MacBook. So I used the DaVinci Resolve, which is the free version, because I can't afford Premiere Pro on my MacBook, and Pete used an iOS program called LumaFusion, which is very interesting because he was able to use color grading, because he had just started to learn how to color grade. So we were able to use the technology that LumaFusion provided to add a lot more atmosphere to our film, because our film is obviously a horror genre. So the use of color grading really enhances that spooky, fearful vibe, I think, which is very good. As well as that, in terms of hardware, we used our iPhone cameras to film. However, we used an app called Filmic Pro, which allowed us to enhance our video quality and audio quality, and to give the film a more professional, refined feel. However, during while we were setting the camera up, I think Pete, our cameraman, I think he might have tweaked something by accident, so our footage came out mostly grainy, which was something we could improve on, because that was partly due to human error. But apart from that, the footage was good. We collected all the footage and we assembled it in our respective editing software. And however, one thing that we could improve on was the fact that the editing process was quite tedious and a bit slow, because excuse me, the fact that we had two different editing programs, so we had to constantly send footage back and forth, because Pete had the color grading, I had the rest of the editing. I was the one who rendered the stuff, and Pete was the one who dealt with mainly the animation and technical aspects of our film. Also, during production, we used a stabilizer / tripod, which was Pete's Jiyun Smooth 4, and it really, really helped us refine the quality of our camera movements, so it wouldn't look like it was shaky cam or caused by any human error. And that's done, boys.